back to my YouTube channel. This is your babe Antoinette. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for stopping by. And now that you're here, please do me a favor by hitting that red subscribe button and be a part of this wonderful YouTube family. So today is March 8th and today is the International Women's Day, and you already know that your girl is 100% involved in women and girl matters, so you know that. So we are here today. The past members of Deflosacs, they are having this event just to, you know, commemorate, celebrate the International Women's Day, you know, support women, celebrate women and all of that good stuff. So we are here as guests. Hi Masire. So this is Masire, a colleague. You know, so we are here to represent Rainbow Initiative. So you can see Masire is already bringing the glass down. She's already bringing the glass down. Yeah, you can go bad with wine. You heard her. You cannot go bad with wine. That's why she is starting the evening with a glass of wine. Yeah. Cheers. Okay guys, so as always we are going to take you guys through this wonderful event. I'm sure it's going to be a sweet one because I don't want to use the word lit. They say I always use lit, so it's going to be a sweet one, I can assure you that. So meanwhile, let me just take you guys around the venue, okay? So keep it in there. And before we start, before I show you what we are here to do, I'd like to say wherever you are, just do your part, do your bit, support women, do your bit to just make the world a better place for women. At least take that message home. Be someone that pushes women to action and just be there to support them, because if you push a woman to action, you're making the world a better place for everyone. Okay? Catch you guys.
Now we all you. When I love you, we set for you. Now we all you. When I love you, we set for you. Now we all you. Do you love you? We set for you. Now we all you. When I love you, we set for you. Mama, I don't see what you tell me, ma. Where I don't see.
We have in the past donated to those in need during times of crisis, such as the flooding in Freetown. It has been a tradition since college to make donations and spend time with the children of the Milty Magai School for the Blind. We also made donations to the Heaven's Home Orphanage in Waterloo. We raise funds through fun activities such as our Afrofusion Rave at the warehouse and Family Fun Day occasions. As Deflosacs, we work hard and play hard. Last year, for Women's Day, we treated ourselves and had a girls' night movie and cocktail dates at the Lagunda complex. However, this year, with increased awareness, reporting and advocacy relating to women's issues, including gender-based violence, we thought it fit to lend our voice to the conversations. As an organization with many formidable women and as champions in the fight for gender equality, it is only fitting that we celebrate this day with impactful action. We feel it is important to bring men into this conversation for the advancement of gender equality and to show that feminism doesn't equate being an enemy to men, but rather feminism and the fight for equality is for everyone.
Men, do you believe that women were equal to men? And why do you say this?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Binta, for having us. Thank you very much, Deflosacs, for inviting us to be a part of this panel. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I'm very grateful to be a part of this conversation. Before I even answer your question, Madam Binta, I will first of all, I like to front-end these kinds of conversations with one reminder. I've been to 100 of these kinds of events, and we always talk the talk, but when everything's done and over, we've had a few glasses of champagne or whatever, we've gone home, we don't walk the walk. So I want us to be very mindful of what we're having tonight, this conversation. What are we going to do after this conversation tonight? How are we going to affect society, or policies, or laws that indiscriminately affect women negatively? I want us to front-end our conversation with that very purposeful reminder that this is not just going to be all talk, that we're going to actually transfer meaningful policies, meaningful laws, meaningful changes of attitude from this conversation into our personal lives. So, having said that, let me now turn to your question. Actually, I believe women are superior to men.
Wow, wow.
Unlike the Nigerian author reminded us, Chimamanda Adichie, we should all be feminists. I'm a feminist by default. So women are superior to men because women are smarter than men, women are stronger, and women are fierce than men. As a matter of fact, all of the problems in this world have been caused by men. Men caused the 2 world wars. Fode Sanko was a man. No, Fode Sanko was a man, right? I'm going to say this, and I'll pass the mic to my brothers over here. I believe they already feel betrayed. I hope not. When the mic comes back to me, I'm going to read out to you data from a study that just came out just a couple of days ago that's now on the BBC. This study was done by the UNEP, and it really paints a very negative picture. It says study finds 90% of people are biased against women in the world. 90%. But this study is actually positive with regards to Africa because it shows that when it shows in terms of percentage of discrimination, Africa actually does very well. But I believe the data here is skewed by Rwanda and countries that treat women much more positively than we do. I know there are real social, economic, and political problems with regard to women in Sierra Leone. And I'll be very glad to pick that conversation up when the conversation comes back to me. But back to your answer, women are superior to men.
Wow.
I said that tonight, and I always believe in that. My girls are superior to me.
This is what Dr. Batsi is saying. This is what we'll hear from a lot of men. Women are smarter, we're stronger. I'm a dad's girl, so therefore women are equal. But as a dad with girls, as a professional, we say all these things. But what do you and what do you feel majority of men in the professional space, are you creating those spaces for us as women to be equal? Besides giving the lip service.
Thank you very much, Binta, and thank you, Deflosacs, for giving us this opportunity to join the conversation. I join my brother, Dr. Fode, in saying that women are more stronger, and I will add, more resilient than men. We are beginning to learn in Sierra Leone, because despite Madam Yvonne Akisoya, who is doing great strides in Freetown today, I mean, we are amazed by what she's doing, and we think that women can lead and they can do better with innovation and all the things she's doing at the Freetown City Council. I think without women, we have to accept the fact that we need our women folk for development. We need our women folk to take care of the home managers. We need our women in religion to talk about religion and bring equality. Coming to your question, Binta, and as a dad, I honestly don't think men are creating the space for women to thrive professionally in the workplace, even though we know fully well that women sometimes and most times can do better than men. I think that in the workplace, we have this chauvinist idea that women should be at the back. But imagine what women will do when you put them in front and when you empower them and give them the ethos to do what they are supposed to do.
Honestly.
I think it's time we begin to stop paying lip service to women's empowerment, and it's time we begin to actively and not tacitly provide the space for them in the professional sphere to take care of things. We've had women chief justices. We see what they have done. We've had female mayors. We've had Iron Lady cabinet ministers. We've had very much women in business and in entrepreneurship, which I think our country needs.
Yeah.
And they have done exceptionally well. So we should begin to change the idea that women should be at the back. We should allow them, not only with the talk, but with actions, to let them have their say and to let them do what they are supposed to do. Because what man can do,
Man can do
I think
better.
there is enough evidence to show that women can do exceptionally better.
Yeah.
I'll come back.
As I said, we're hearing all the right things. I'm glad yourself, you have admitted that we're not being allowed in these spaces. We should be. So, to quote a boss of mine, the howness. For so long, it's been this way. It's the men in front, it's the men leading. So they themselves are coming to the realization slowly, they themselves learning. 25 years after Beijing, as an older woman in Sierra Leone, educationist, diplomat, professional, you yourself being a feminist, how do you think we've come far, or do you feel it's just that now, okay, we recognize this patriarchy, but has it changed really? Are we have more educated females, yes, but has anything really changed besides us being more vocal and more educated, maybe?
Thank you very much for inviting me to this podium. I have listened very carefully to what the gentlemen have been saying. Are they saying it because they think this is what we want to hear?
Yeah.
Or do they actually
Mean what they're saying.
Because let's take a look several years back what our parents went through. Our parents, because of the lack of education, subjected themselves to being so oppressed and submissive in the homes that they were treated like trash. Now, with the kind of education our girls are having, the ladies have asserted themselves. It's not the men that are giving way. The ladies have pushed them outside. That's what has happened, and they have to accept that situation. Like we said in Beijing 25 years ago, that the women will have to assert themselves and take their spaces. Because our mothers subjected the girls to cooking and cleaning and doing all the chores. And the boys would walk in and eat, and even the girls had to clear their plates. So for us women, it is for us, the more education we give to our girl children, and that's what I want to emphasize on here, that we need to give parity of treatment in the home to our children, and we also need girl children are sufficiently and adequately educated to be able to take their rightful places in the world, and the men will only have to accept that. Any of the tripartite role the woman plays, she's career, she's mother, she's wife, she's a lawyer, she's a judge, she's a doctor, she's everything, and unpaid, unremunerated, no leave, 24/7.
We have had women who are formidable, and most of them are in this small group tonight. I see beautiful faces. I see women who stand out in what they do, and I'm happy that they have found their voice and the space to stand up, speak out, and be heard. That is what we need to be doing. What do you do in your communities when you see that little girl walking naked on the road, washing out in the streets? When you hear somebody, what do? Do we just say, oh, I have a fence, doesn't matter? No, we have to get involved. It is time for us to get engaged.